welcome to Game 1 of the Western Conference Final. Here's Kirk McLean. He's having a great playoff. He comes in with a 2.33 goals against average and a very impressive .926 save percentage. Felix Potvin in 7 home playoff starts. Potvin has allowed only 9 goals over 13 games now. His average is 2.36. There's the referee, Dan Marawelli. Kevin Collins and Dan Shackney will work the lines. I'm Bob Cole in the booth with Harry Neal. And we have a new view for you tonight. There's a camera we have set in the net. In behind Felix Potvin as we start this first period, and in front of Potvin will be Gill and Ellen, Gilmore, Gardner, and Clark for Vancouver. Hedican and Brown, the defenseman, in front of McLean with Momesso, Ronning, and Shelena. We are underway. The conference final. First 2 games here. A shift to Vancouver then for 3-4 and if necessary 5. Shelena takes the first bump and shakes it on. Ronning nearly got in front of the net, but here's Gilmore. He gets his first hit of this hockey game. Gardner took the pass. He'll be offside. He could not control it. Hitting the blue line. Offside is called.
Well, there's always a number of questions fans, coaches, and even the players have about each other. Pat Quinn is not a coach that usually matches lines. We know Pat Burns is. Will Pat do a little bit of it here to avoid Burns' matchup? We'll have to wait and see. I talked to Ron McLean about how the Leafs can control Pavel Bure. That is their biggest assignment, there's no doubt about that. And Doug Gilmore took a big hit from Sergio Momesso early in this game. He will not be a protected species in the eyes of the Canucks, I can guarantee you that.
The Vancouver big line is on. Trevor Linden, Bure, and Adams. Diddick and Babbage are the defensemen. The Leafs shoot it in with Zezel, Osborne, and Berg on the ice. There goes Zezel chasing Babbage. And the first penalty of the hockey game comes here. And 44 seconds into the first period, Dan Marawelli grabs Babbage for knocking the Leaf player down. And the first power play goes to Toronto.
Well, some good forechecking for the Leafs. The puck was kicked back in. Zezel goes to get it, and Babbage hooks him from behind on the way into the boards. So the Leafs will get a power play early in this game. Their power play, 17 for 58 in the playoffs. The Vancouver Canucks penalty killing is one of the reasons they're here. They've allowed only 9 goals in 70 penalty killing situations in these the 94 playoffs.
It'll be interesting to see now if the Leaf power play continues on the successful rate that has been established in these playoffs.
8 for 26 against the Sharks. It's probably the main reason they're here offensively.
Gilmore, Andrechuk, Clark on the ice. The puck bouncing away from Mironov. Ellen is the other defenseman for Toronto. Here he is. Back to the net, Mironov. McIntyre is one penalty killer. Hunter the other up front for Vancouver. The Leafs shoot it in wide of the net. Ellen on the boards. That'll be sent back down the ice. Lume, the defenseman, clearing it. Glenn is with Lume. The Leafs come out. A minute and a half left in the penalty to Vancouver. Clark got to center, flipped it up over the line. It had shot back in the net. McLean missed it. Here comes Gilmore. Gilmore goes in and couldn't reach it. And it was lifted high down the ice. Potvin will step out as the Canucks change the penalty killers. Linden is on there now. He's in for checking for Vancouver. And he gets the puck, gets the shot off the blocker of Potvin. Andrechuk back there with Ellen and Gilmore. Andrechuk has to stop. Cornwell is watching him. Moving out is Mironov. He left it for Gilmore, and Clark is coming in. Mironov had to take it behind him. Shot it back in the net. Gilmore is tied up by Linden. Ellen flipped it into Clark. Clark back to Ellett. And again into Clark. Back to the line. Mironov gave it to Ellett. And he stumbled trying to hang on to it and lost it. Came off his stick, and then when he went to move for it, he kind of tripped himself and then couldn't recover.
I think he was surprised to get the pass, and that's what caused the stumble. Well, these teams, of course, scout each other. on video. Both teams had a scout at all the games in their previous series. I think the Leaf forwards are going to get a lot more physical attention in front of the net than they did against San Jose. And here's a good example. Brett Hedigan giving Anderchuk a tough time if Anderchuk wants to park there. Urbe's not in goal. McLean is. He will not give the puck away as often as Urbe did on the shoot-ins.
31 seconds left in the penalty to Vancouver. No score, first period. We played just 2:13 of the first. Leafs have not had a shot yet. McCown ahead to Gilmore. Moving up with Borshevsky. Leaves it on the boards and gets it back. Now trying to hit Borshevsky. Here's McCown. First save of the game for McLean. Covered on the short side. McCown again. In for Gardner. His shot. And McLean made another fine stop as he jammed himself to the short side. And then going down, held it.
I'm not sure McLean saw that. It wasn't a hard shot by McCown, but it was on the net. And when you're on the point, that's your first job. Or sorry, Gartner. Bad angle, he's hoping Borshevsky can tip it or it's screened. Neither of those things happened. McLean makes a better save on an earlier play on the short side. That's the shot from McCowan. McLean has been razor sharp for the Canucks in the playoffs against Dallas. He stopped 94% of the Stars' shots.
Babbage is ready to come back on the penalty. Just 9 seconds left on it now. No score. Zezel gets it to McCown, winning the draw. Here's a shot. McLean the save. Osborne went after it and hit a stick and went high over the glass into the crowd. And 3 seconds from now, Babbage will be back on.
Well, the quick pass from McCowan to Lefebvre and the shot actually was too quick. I mean, he had no screen. You're not going to beat McLean from there. Lefebvre probably would have been a little smarter to wait for some traffic to get over, but that pass across flamed so quickly that the Leaf forwards couldn't get to the front of the net. The Russian Rocket, the widest and the whitest vapor trail in the National Hockey League. We'll see it before this game ends.
Imagine. Picked up to the 4th round.
Then they had to go to Mr. Ziegler and appeal the fact that he was eligible for the draft. What a break that was for the Canucks. And what a smart move it was to draft him when all the other teams thought he wasn't eligible.
Back to the blue line. Lefebvre shot tipped wide of the goal. Here's Trevor Linden. A long pass to center ice intended for Burry. Lefebvre hooked it back in. Playing out of the net. Left it back to the goal. And the Canucks, Jyrki Lume carries out, long pass across center ice. Just offside, and they'll bring it back inside the line for this face-off. No score in this first period. It'll be exciting in this series. He's helped to lift the Canucks so far. Western Conference Final. Calgary, Dallas, they're gone. Craven comes across center, played it down the left wing. Courtnall is bumped by Gill. Left it for Craven. Craven centered it through the crease. Allen was there to bat it away. Now it's up front again. What a great chance that was. And the quick shot by Lafayette, just wide. Craven dumped it out again to him. Another shot, and Potvin made a big save, picking out the right pad. That shot was inside the post, and Potvin made a big stop. Jeff Brown comes back for Vancouver. For Lafayette, left it at center ice. It's poked over the line by Jelena. But here's Lefebvre for Toronto. He had to go the other way with Jelena. They're watching him. Played to the line, and Clark picked it up. Back to center. Slow getting away, and then fired one high into the crowd. 5:31 into the first, and no score.
Well, we've talked a lot about Burry, but the Vancouver Canucks have a half a dozen forwards that are problems on one-on-one rushes. Jeff Courtnall is one. Adams is another one. Of course, Linden and Todd Gill had to put up with Courtnall, who had a bit of a step on him after taking this nice pass from Craven. Courtnall, who loves to shoot it, from there decided to try and pull it back inside Todd Gill, but Gill would not go for the fake. Right here, he's thinking about coming back in. Good job on a dangerous player.
The Leafs shoot the puck in. Clark along the boards. Mironov was at the blue line, but the puck got in all the way. And back to the net. Amesso shot it out. Up to center ice. Ronning coming in with Zelenov. Ronning stopping. Can't get a shot. Gardner took it away from him. Clark dumped it on the boards. And it rolls inside the Vancouver line. Lume back. Gilmore forechecking Lume. Zelenov missed it. Gardner tapped it back to Mironov, and he circled to get away from Ronning. Mironov to center. Was knocked to the ice by Zelenov. Lume back. Gardner in watching him. The Canucks just clear it to center ice, and the Leafs shoot it back in. Cautious period so far. Two Canucks are up to center ice. Ronning and Mobesso. Jelena catching up, going for the net. Ronning can't get a shot. To the line where Babbage let her rip. And he missed the goal. Leafs get it out. Gilmore has to stop to pick it up. Lays it rink wide to McCown as the Leafs were changing, and his shot from center ice. Stopped by Kirk McLean. This is Diddick. Shoots it in. Ronning is heading off. They're changing quickly. Eastwood turning for Toronto, and out of his own zone. He gets over center and strides up over the line. Andrechuk! The shot off McLean's goal stick. And into the crowd. A good rush and a fine shot by Andrechuk. Nice save by McLean.
Dave Andrechuk with one even strength goals in 13 playoff games. Takes a nice drop pass from Eastwood and forces McLean to make the best save he's made, but I don't think it was on the net. They need Andrechuk to produce in round 3.
Vancouver controls on the face-off. Gerald Diddick back to the net for the Vancouver Canucks, and Babbage comes out. Pass to center, crisp pass, grabbed, but then lost at the lead blue line, and Babbage will go back to try it again. Osborne is the forechecker. Linden on the move. And couldn't control that pass. A hard one off his stick and into the Vancouver bench.
Everybody's at the game tonight here. There's Mr. Cruz and Mrs. Cruz, Nicole Kidman. Some movie goers love both those actor and actresses. I only like them a bit. Cruz is a hockey fan. This is the 3rd playoff game he's seen.